when I was living in San Diego, maybe like 6 years ago or something, I filmed an event for UCSD, and the event was like, they just had like speakers come up and talk about like random topics or whatever, and I was just doing event coverage, like filming these people's speeches. And one person who talked was a chapter leader of the San Diego chapter of this thing called Creative Mornings. And basically what Creative Mornings is, it's like this once a month, it's like this organization that holds these events where in the morning they have like free breakfast and stuff, and then they have a speaker, and then the people in the audience, it's kind of like a mixer. Like it's just like a thing to get to know other people who are there. And it's special because the speaker usually has something to do with like a creative arts field. And so it draws this crowd of people who are also very creative, like they're musical or they're artistic or they do writing of some sort. And so I filmed this event. I forgot about it for the longest time. And then suddenly out of nowhere, I remembered it here in New York. And it just so happens that here in New York, is like the founding, like it was, the whole organization was started here in Brooklyn. And so the same thing, they hold like once a month events. And so today I've signed up for one of these events, and we're gonna go and check it out this morning here. So this is my very first New York City Creative Mornings 2023.
Kevinisomoto says welcome to the vlog.
My friends, I've arrived at the venue. The vibe here is like very much what I expected. I've talked to 2 people so far, but I'm not good at these like social mixers where you're just supposed to expect it to go into these things and just kind of talk to random people. So it is not going very well for me right now. I don't exactly know what goes on here, but there's a lot of like fabrication of like these, like you see this thing, it's a drone back here that's on display. It's a lot of that type of stuff where they build random electronics here. And I think it's like working spaces for people to like make their stuff. Like they probably have a lot of machinery and stuff in this place. This is called the New Lab. It's here in Brooklyn Navy Yard. So they have like coffee, some snacks, and then there's like a second little room down here where they're gonna have an actual talk going down in just a minute here.
So let's start by talking about something that I really love, which is stakes. Stakes is a word that we use a lot at the Moth. Stakes come from what the storyteller has to win or lose. They give a story urgency and energy.
We went to the event. There was 2 like main speakers. So there was a poetry guy who did the opening kind of talk, and then the main speaker who was like this lady from the Moth podcast. And so she kind of gave a talk about like creativity and speaking publicly, telling stories, how to tell a story, that sort of a thing. And overall the whole thing was like very much how I expected this sort of thing to go. I could tell though that there was a lot of people who were at this thing who like regularly go to these types of things. So it was like, for me, first time, you know, trying to meet new people and like figure out how this whole thing works. I probably talked to like 2 or 3 people the entire time I was there. And now we're here in like Penn Station area. This is like where you transfer trains. And so I'm gonna board a train here that's gonna take me to the airport in New Jersey. And then we're gonna fly back to visit California for like a couple of weeks or so. So just kind of like waiting around right now for like all this to go down. Okay, so my friends, we are back. I am here in LA. This has been like a very, very hectic past week. There's a lot that led up to this moment here, but basically the whole train thing, it goes from New York City to the first train stop. You transfer to another train that takes you directly into New Jersey. And then finally, I got to the airport and made it onto my flight just in time and flew over. And now here we are in Los Angeles, where I'll be for the next few weeks here. Yo, I gotta show you a video real quick.
What?
12 years and 1 month ago, I made a vlog called LMU Girl.
At the Get Shaved?
Yeah, we were at Get Shaved, and we did something together that's like so stupid and specific.
Wait, I think I know what it is.
But I wanted to recreate that moment with you.
What is it?
So I'm gonna show you the clip, and then we're gonna recreate it once we get
I think I have an idea what it is.
You know what it is? Okay.
Is it that one?
It's related to that.
Or what?
It's not really what it is. I'll show you the clip.
Okay.
You shared your food with me, and then you were making fun of how I was eating it.
Oh, because you were like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I just go like this, right? But you would go like this.
So that clip was from 11 years ago. It was September 2011 when we were last having a little moment, you know, just sharing a little nice little shave ice action. And now here we are once again in 2023. We're about to recreate that moment, all right?
You look like a baby about to like suck on a nipple. You closer.
Oh, it's not bad.
Bro. I'll drink like you.
Okay.
That's. Bro, I need a. Is that possible? Be like, yo, he lied.
Oh, did you ask her for her opinion?
Oh. Like, hey, is it okay to do oatmeal? Is it okay to do it?
I think it's pretty good. Do you want mine instead?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wait, is this expensive? That's really fucking cool.
It's pretty cheap.
I'm sure it's probably expensive because you.
No, it's pretty cheap. It's like maybe 25.
Where do I look?
Just like Amazon or whatever.
No, where do I look on the phone? Sorry.
Oh, it's right there. Okay. Question of the week. We have special guests in the vlog. Dude, you're the first friend I've hung out with since having arrived back in LA.
I'm honored. Thank you, man.
First of all, how long have you been in this area since having moved out of Nashville? Yeah.
I got back mid-February.
Wow, it's been longer than I thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been a while.
Wow, okay. All right, the question of the week for you is, and it's just your opinion, okay? So the question is, what's a movie from your childhood that kind of, like a movie that kind of reminds you of your childhood that you haven't seen in a while, but like every time you think about it, it just kind of like brings you good memories. Like, wow, I'd love to see that movie again. One of those types.
Ooh, I wouldn't. Good memories. There's one funny one. I don't know if it's good, but it's funny.
Okay.
It brings back funny memories. I was watching The Fox and the Hound
Oh,
with my
okay.
family. So we were in my parents' room, and I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a part where the old lady drops off the fox in the forest, and then like she looks back on like the rear view mirror or something, and it like made me feel so sad. But I was known as like this like tough kid that like doesn't show emotion. So I remember going to my parents' bathroom saying like, I have to go pee, and then I get to the bathroom and I just silently cried.
Really? Wow. And you would go to the bathroom to like hide your emotions,
Yeah,
basically?
you know that type of where you kind of cry like when you get in trouble from your
Really?
parents but you don't want to make a scene. Yep.
Do you think when you did that, even as a child, do you think they had no idea, or were they kind of onto you?
I don't think they had an idea because
You don't think they got suspicious, like, oh, it's like a sad scene.
Yeah,
She's like, she seems to like
probably.
run away every time this type of scene comes out.
I don't know, maybe, but yeah, it
Wow.
was just always so funny to me that
That's a very
I
good
did
memory.
that, yeah.
Do you think you would get the same way if you watched the movie now in like present day?
Oh hell yeah! I have really
Okay.
bad abandonment issues. I'm just kidding.
But do you think you would still run away, or would you just silently cry while
I will
in the
not
presence
silently
of everyone?
cry. I will cry like crazy. Like
Okay.
that movie. Have you seen About Time?
Yeah. That's the
Okay.
one about the time traveling stuff, right? Yeah. That was a good one.
I've watched that with many people, and I've cried like someone died in my family, like in front of everyone. So yeah.
Really?
Just gotta
Okay.
be open about your emotions now.
Yeah.
No need to hide it.
Emotions.
Emotions, good.
Yeah. Okay. So first week back in LA, I'll be here for the next few weeks, and then eventually we'll head back to New York for the rest of summer. But for now, we're here in Los Angeles, California. This has been year 13, week number 671. Thanks for watching. Next week will be week number 672.